Hello and welcome back to the English Podcast channel. I'm your host, Ivanka, and today we're diving into something very important for every English learner: learning how to think in English. Have you ever found yourself translating every word in your head before speaking? Does that slow you down or make you feel stuck? Well, you're not alone. Many English learners face this problem. First, they think in their native language. Then, they try to translate it into English. And by the time they're ready to speak, the moment has already passed. But here's the good news. In this episode, I'm going to help you train your brain to think directly in English, just like native speakers do. And once you start doing that, everything becomes easier. Speaking, listening, even writing. So, if you're tired of translating and want to speak English more naturally, keep listening. We've got some great tips, simple steps, and real solutions for you. Why is thinking in English important? Let's begin with the big question. Why is thinking in English so important? If you always think in your native language and then translate it, your brain is doing double the work. First, it creates the sentence in your own language. Then, it tries to find the English words. And sometimes, the translation doesn't even make sense. For example, in some languages, people might say, "I have cold." But in English, we say, "I am cold." So translating word by word can sound unnatural. Thinking in English trains your brain to form sentences the way English speakers do. It helps you avoid getting stuck. And most importantly, it builds your confidence. When you think in English, words come to your mind faster. You stop pausing and start responding more smoothly. And it even helps your listening skills because your brain understands spoken English quicker. Whether you're watching movies or talking to someone, it becomes easier. And here's a bonus. It also improves your pronunciation. When you think in English, you start to hear how native speakers sound, even in your head. So, to sum it up, you speak faster, you feel more confident, you understand better, your pronunciation improves. That sounds great, right? But why is it hard? Now, if thinking in English is so helpful, why don't all learners do it? Well, there are some very common mistakes that stop people from making progress. Let's look at the top ones. Mistake number 1: relying too much on translation. This is the biggest mistake. If you always translate in your head, your brain never learns to form sentences in English naturally. It's like riding a bike with training wheels forever. You never learn to balance. Mistake number 2: overthinking grammar. Some learners try to make every sentence 100% perfect before speaking, but that just slows you down. Even native speakers make grammar mistakes sometimes, so don't focus on being perfect, focus on communicating. Mistake number 3: fear of making mistakes. Many people are afraid to say the wrong thing, so they don't speak at all. But making mistakes is part of learning. The more you practice, the better you get. Don't let fear stop you. Mistake number 4, not surrounding yourself with English. If your daily life is full of your native language, on your phone, in your music, on TV, then your brain will always stay in your native language. You need English around you, every day, in small and simple ways. Let's quickly review those 4 common mistakes. Relying on translation, overthinking grammar, fear of mistakes, not enough English around you. Do you see yourself making any of these mistakes? Don't worry. Coming up next, I'll show you step by step how to fix them and actually train your brain to start thinking in English naturally and easily.
Welcome back. Now that we've talked about why thinking in English is so important and what mistakes to avoid, it's time for the most important part. How can you actually train your brain to think in English? Don't worry, I'll break it down into simple and powerful steps that anyone can follow. These are easy habits you can start today, no matter your level. Step 1. Name things around you in English. This is a very simple habit. Just look around you and say the names of objects in English. If you're in your room, you can say bed, window, lamp, chair, phone. You can also take it one step further. Don't just name things. Try to describe what's happening. For example, don't just say cup. Say, I'm drinking tea from my cup. This helps your brain connect daily life with English. The more you do it, the more natural it feels. Step 2. Talk to yourself in English. I know it may feel a little strange, but trust me, it's one of the best ways to build your thinking habit. You can do it anywhere, while cooking, getting dressed, walking outside, or cleaning the house. Just describe what you're doing using simple English. For example, you can say, I'm brushing my teeth, or it's sunny today. The good part is there's no pressure. No one is listening. It's just you and your brain working together. Step 3. Use an English to English dictionary. This is a game changer. Many learners still use dictionaries that translate English into their native language. But if you want to start thinking in English, you need to stop translating. Instead, use a dictionary that explains English words in English. For example, let's say you don't know the word excited. Don't translate it. Look it up in an English dictionary. You might see feeling very happy and eager. Now your brain connects the meaning using English, not your native language. That's a powerful habit. Step 4. Think in simple sentences first. Sometimes learners try to think in long, complex sentences. That can feel hard and frustrating. So start small. Instead of thinking, I should go to the store because I need to buy vegetables for dinner, just start with, I need vegetables. That's enough. Later, you can add more. Over time, your sentences will get longer and more natural. Step 5. Have an English inner voice. This one is fun. Try to talk to yourself in your head in English. If you're planning your day, ask yourself, what should I do first? Then think, maybe I'll eat breakfast. You can also ask yourself questions. How do I feel today? Or what should I wear? This is a very powerful habit. It helps your brain practice English even when you're not speaking out loud. Step 6. Surround yourself with English. The more you listen to English, the more your brain will get used to thinking in English. You don't need to live in an English-speaking country to do this. Just create a little English world for yourself. Listen to English podcasts, watch short videos, read simple articles or books, even change your phone settings to English. All of this gives your brain more English input. And the more input you have, the more your thoughts begin to form in English without effort. Let's quickly review the 6 steps. Name things around you in English. Talk to yourself in English. Use an English-to-English dictionary. Think in simple sentences. Have an English inner voice. Surround yourself with English. If you start practicing even just 1 or 2 of these steps today, you'll be on your way to thinking in English more naturally. But we're not done yet. In the next part, I'll show you some daily exercises to help you turn these steps into regular habits. That way, thinking in English becomes automatic and easy.
Welcome back. We've learned the benefits of thinking in English, the mistakes to avoid, and the 6 steps to help you get started. Now, let's take it one step further. How can you make thinking in English a daily habit? Just knowing the techniques is not enough. You need to practice them every day. That's how you train your brain and build fluency. So here are some simple and effective daily exercises you can do. Exercise 1. Start and end your day in English. The moment you wake up, think about your day in English. For example, say in your mind, today is Monday. I have work at 10. I will eat lunch with my friend. Then, before you go to bed, review your day in English. Think, what did I do today? Did I enjoy it? What did I learn? This helps your brain switch to English mode at the beginning and end of each day. Exercise 2. Set a no translation rule for 30 minutes a day. Pick a time, maybe in the morning or during lunch, and tell yourself, for the next 30 minutes, I will think only in English. It might be hard at first. You may forget a word or struggle with a sentence. That's okay. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to train your brain. Even if your English is simple, keep going. Say things like, I eat food now, or this is my phone. These small efforts build strong habits. Exercise 3. Talk to yourself out loud in English. Spend 2 to 3 minutes each day speaking English out loud. You can describe what you're doing. For example, I'm making tea. It smells good. I will drink it while I read a book. There's no need for perfect grammar. Just focus on using English every day in real situations. Exercise 4. Use English during simple activities. Whether you're cooking, cleaning, walking, or riding the bus, try to think in English. If you're walking, think, the sky is blue. I feel happy. I see a tree. If you're cooking, think, I'm cutting the vegetables. The water is boiling. This turns everyday moments into learning practice, and it helps English become part of your normal life. Exercise 5. Keep a simple English journal. Each day, write a few sentences about your thoughts, your feelings, or your plans. don't worry about grammar. Just write freely in English. For example, today I woke up late. I ate eggs for breakfast. I feel tired but happy. Later, you can look back and see how much you've improved. Writing also helps you remember words and express yourself more clearly. Let's review the 5 daily exercises. Start and end your day with English thoughts. Think only in English for 30 minutes a day. Talk to yourself out loud in English. Use English during simple daily activities. Keep a basic English journal. If you do even 2 or 3 of these exercises daily, your brain will start thinking in English more naturally and automatically. How to stay motivated when it's hard. Now, let's be honest, learning to think in English is not always easy. There will be days when you feel tired or stuck. So how can you stay motivated? Let's look at 3 common challenges and how to deal with them. Challenge 1. You keep thinking in your native language. This is normal at first. Don't feel bad, just be patient. Start with small English thoughts like, I'm hungry, or it's hot today. Use simple English words and slowly add more. Also, using an English-to-English dictionary can help train your brain to stay in English mode. Challenge 2. You feel stuck because you don't know the right words. Yes, this can be frustrating. But here's a trick. If you forget a word, try to describe it in English. For example, if you forget the word refrigerator, you can say, the cold box where I keep food. This helps your brain stay in English even when vocabulary is missing. Challenge 3. You feel like you're not making progress. Sometimes you study hard, but don't notice results right away. That's completely normal. The solution is to track your progress. Keep a journal. Record your voice. Talk to yourself in the mirror. After a few weeks, compare your old entries to your new ones. You'll see the difference. Remember, thinking in English is a skill. And like any skill, playing guitar, learning to swim, it takes time and practice. Be patient, be kind to yourself, and don't be afraid of mistakes. Final thoughts. Today, we talked about how to stop translating in your head and start thinking in English. We learned the reasons why it's important, the mistakes to avoid, and the 6 steps to help you get started. Thinking in English is a journey, but with the right mindset and daily habits, anyone can do it, including you. So here's a question for you. What's one step from today's episode that you will try first? Think about it, and maybe write it in your journal. If you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful, please share it with your friends, leave a comment, and subscribe to the English Podcast channel for more great tips. Until next time, keep practicing, keep thinking in English, and as always, happy learning!